so let's talk about distance. I had a new student reach out for help this week who was making a very basic mistake. We were able to make a couple of little simple alterations which made a big difference to both their physical well-being and also very much the performance in terms of the distance. Now, I'm 36, I'm trying to play a little bit more golf, and with young children I wake up every day when my back is hurting. So when it comes to my swing, I'm also trying to make sure that I find the easiest way to be moving. And this video, if you're finding that relatable, lots of distance, aches and pains, this is going to help you out in a big way. So what needs to happen? We're going to be talking about using the ground. Okay, now what we need to do is we're going to not discuss the backswing, so we're going to make the assumption that you're in a good position in the top of the backswing. What needs to happen as we start the downswing is we need to move, the upper body needs to move down and over the lead leg, and you want to do this in a rotational manner. So see the way that, if you look at my back of my left palm here, see the way that it moves down in a rotational manner, down over towards my lead leg. Now, the feeling for many students of mine, particularly students who move kind of this way and get very stuck, is you've got to feel like your upper body is moving ahead of your lower body. Okay, so allow your head to move as you start the downswing, but in reality, as you can see, your lower body should be moving very much with you as you start this downswing. Now, what this basically means is that you're reapplying flexion. So as I get into my posture, I would be in a state of flex. In my backswing, I would be extended. I'd be moving back into a state of flexion, and it's this movement here that we're talking about, which is going to really progressively move that weight over towards that lead leg. Now that's the key thing, because if you can get yourself into that position there, one, you're going to be ready to use the ground, but two, you've also moved yourself back towards your left side, which means that you're now guaranteed to get good contact. So the question is, what should happen from here? Well, the student was just like this, right, really stuck. Okay, and what we needed to do was make sure that we were finishing up and through the ball. So what we did is we spoke about high hands. So if you imagine my club head here, what I'm trying to do is get the club head to go high as we finish in towards this through swing position here. Now, many of you might be a little bit concerned about, okay, well, if I think about high hands, that makes sense for speed, but what about standing up? Well, if I was to face you now, okay, and I drew a line on the back of my hips, you can see the way that because I've got a good backswing, I've moved my upper body over my lead leg in the start to the downswing, it's giving me good hip depth. So as I now continue to turn my pelvis towards you, that's going to maintain that good hip depth so I can get my arms nice and high, finish the swing, and inevitably then, as we finish the whole swing, you'll obviously lose that hip depth position. So what I would suggest is, you know, in terms of as a feeling in the golf swing, is to feel like the club head goes up, down and up. See where I am here? Up. And then that way, if you can kind of concentrate like my student did on just this feeling of getting up, then what you can do is you can simultaneously then start to release that arm. And what I mean by this is why I love my swing buddy, because the swing buddy is the length and the weight of a 7-iron. This means that you can practice straightening this arm but hitting the ground. Okay, so if I do what my student was doing like this, in these uncomfortable positions where kind of trying to keep your head back and clear your hips and introduce side bend and getting stuck, as opposed to just up and through. And finishing like this is a much more comfortable position to be in. So hopefully that helps. Backswing, good backswing position. Upper body over your lead leg at the start of the downswing, and then from here what I'm basically saying is you can just get that feeling of that arm releasing, and then you can think about nice high arms in that through swing. That will get you in a nice balanced position, as I'm demonstrating there. Nice and comfortable position. I'll see you soon.